Doug. What we say? You hear me, Travis?
My thing's still showing the countdown. I just got to talk into a blank screen. I don't know. Like I got off to retweet it, and I'm just staring at numbers right now.
This fucking
What the
guy.
hell's going on?
We're using your goddamn phone. You wouldn't have this issue.
I don't have a choice.
Buy a laptop. Buy a MacBook.
Well, I got you now. I'm back. That was weird, man. I was just like staring at numbers and heard you talking. Like,
Fuck it. Whatever. Welcome back.
in it.
Episode 188. How about some Dega? Wherever the fuck that weekend was. Just as I predicted. Oh, well, Cup race wasn't bad though. I mean,
Cup
race was.
Cup was good. Truck was good. I think Xfinity was the only bad one. I don't know. I thought Cup was like really fun. Like I think it's even. I didn't hate on like the spring race as much as people hated it, but either way, that was way better than the spring race. Like that was a really good race on Sunday. I thought like
it was all right. It was good for Dega's standards. That's how I see it.
I mean, dude, those last like, I mean, I thought it was good throughout, but especially like the way the last 20 laps were shaped, like, because what was different about this Dega race, I thought, and like, is like there was legitimately like all three lanes were working, and like you could start a third lane and pull the third lane to the front, and it was fun to watch that.
It was working in stage one. I mean, it didn't work past stage one. I mean, it kind of did in stage two a little bit, but stage three, we decided everyone bought their time until actually nothing happened.
But it worked. It worked late though, because I think Bell stepped out at one point and started the third lane, and he pulled the third lane all the way to the lead.
Yeah.
Then that was with like 20-15 to go or something. Like, I mean, I thought the way the cautions fell, like the fuel saving wasn't really as much of a factor in this race as it's been in others. Just like the cautions kind of fell right to like mitigate that more than we've seen in past races, which was a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just don't fuck with Dega anymore. I just don't think it's that good of a race. That's just me though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was great. I thought it was definitely better than the spring race, and I didn't even think the spring race was that bad, but I thought this one was really good. I didn't sit down probably the last 20 laps. Like we were all standing. Like it was it got pretty hairy there, and I mean Briscoe kind of stole this one. I don't think anybody saw him winning that thing, but was able to make the right move at the right time and get a good push from Ty Gibbs of all people.
No, yeah, definitely. I didn't see it coming either. I think that's a big thing. I mean, we can kind of recap a little bit of it, and then we can get into the meat and potatoes of it. Also, I'm just fucking around on 2K while we're talking because it helps me focus a little bit. That way I'm not just sitting here just But I mean, yeah, I mean, truck race was pretty damn solid. We saw actually a truck beat out Corey Haim that's within the same team. I think that's the first time. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I don't think anyone's ever beat Corey Haim. Always been a truck.
You saying another Tricon truck hasn't beat him?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I am pretty fucking sure that is the case. I don't think any Tricon truck has ever won against Corey Haim. Haim finished second, and Gio pulled out his first win. Solid. I mean, you can't hate it. It was a dogfight to the end right there, and Gio pulled it out on top, and I was like, well, hell yeah. I mean, I don't think you can hate that. I mean, as a rookie, he's not fighting for anything. Of course, he was in the playoffs, but he is eliminated now. But still, I mean, good for him.
It seemed like Haim got behind him and was pretty content to push him to the win.
Yeah, I mean, Haim knows what exactly. I mean, there's no point of risking your truck and risking the points. Just try and win the race. That's how I see it, and I feel like he played it safe, especially getting your teammate to get his first win. That's a pretty big deal, especially when we know Haim is probably going to be stepping out of that role as full time. Be more of a team player a little bit. What are you fighting for compared to what he's fighting for? I mean, this is his career we're talking about, and Haim solidified his legacy within that team and also in the truck series. So I think he's really, of course, I wouldn't say he wouldn't mind to win Dega. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's better for you to be that team player and get your teammate his first win. So I was pretty happy with that.
It's good for your reputation too, if you're trying to, it's just another feather in his cap that, like, beyond just like winning races, he'll show prospective team owners in the future too that he's got no problem being a team player and stuff. Because he got behind that 17 and like definitely like obviously nobody would have blamed him if he stepped out and tried to make a move to win the race, but he kind of got behind Gio and just pushed him all the way home and didn't jump out of line and screw the win up for the team. He was like, let's get one for Tricon today. And yeah, good for Gio.
No, yeah, I mean, I was happy with, like I said, and I mean, is there anything else really about the truck race you want to talk about? I don't really see anything special about the truck race that even happened, which is nothing new, but I could be mistaken on this.
Over a week ago. I mean, the playoff field definitely got shuffled up a lot. Like that's
big
story there.
Without a doubt. I mean, that was definitely a big thing too. And
Hemfinger got wrecked. Hemrick got wrecked. I think
early too.
Yeah.
I mean, those are early wrecks that happened within the race, and I mean, took out some key players. I mean, we know Hemrick's battling. I mean, he was +3, I think, before the race going into it, and then pretty much that wreck happened. And it just, I mean, he's not out yet, but I mean, it's looking grim for him. So, got a feel for him. I mean, that's just stupid mistakes, and we saw the same thing happen in the Xfinity race. I mean, the same exact thing happened.
Yeah. We'll get into that one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. It was almost a week ago. It was a long fucking weekend.
I know.
There's been a long week since that. It's like shit. I don't even. I had one thing with the truck race that I had to get on a soapbox about. I mean, like this shit was insane. So it's like Friday afternoon at 3:00 is when the truck race is happening. We got there probably like around noon, set up camp, threw the football around a little bit, drank some beers, and like went over the track. When we get to the track, we didn't have truck tickets yet. We were just like, well, let's just buy them at the box office. Well, the box office is closed. Like they have nobody working in the box office, which like naturally, like 3:00 on a Friday, probably, you imagine these are seasonal employees or volunteers like working there. So it's probably hard to find people to take off work on a Friday at middle of the day. So like the box office is closed and they just have a QR code up in the box office to scan the QR code and buy tickets. And the problem was, well, what's going to happen if so many people are trying to get on there and buy tickets at the same time because they're not physically selling tickets. But naturally, as you expect, the site was like crashed, like not working, and really slow. So like me and Mark were like both on there trying to put hours, and it's like ton of people just standing around there on their phones with the site all fucked up trying to buy tickets. Finally, like, and they only have one gate open, so like, and it was the gate all the way down towards turn 1, like close to start finish line. So we just walked down there, and everything's fucking long walk there.
Yeah, fucking no shit. It's terrible. If you guys haven't been to fucking Dega, just know you're gonna be hiking wherever you go. I'm not saying walking, I'm saying hike for real, because it's a fucking mission wherever you go at that track, and it sucks, but also it makes it fun. So, and I am alone now. Travis has left. Dega is just it's hard to walk around. It's such a big track, and I mean we all know that, but still it's so fucking huge. It's impossible to walk around. I mean, there's golf carts going all around. They'll take you for a ride. You usually got to pay for them. But sometimes when it's late at night, people just be like, hop in. They don't care. That's the one cool thing about Dega I can say, though, because the people actually do kind of like care. But I don't know. It's a good track environment if you like partying and all that shit. But me, I don't. So I could frankly give two shits. But Travis over here, he lives and dies by the boulevard. So
I'm back. I got a call. Like, I don't know if you've done these on your phone before, but like when you get a call, it just like knocks your whole thing off. And like, so yeah, I had to like get back out and come back in.
You good?
But I was saying, so like we're walking down, so like we're like, all right, let's get by the gate. Like maybe this will work. We'll see what happens. Like, well, finally, like the site pulls up. Like when we get down close to the gate. And it's like we had both, me and Mark had both tried on our phone like multiple times to like put our payment information in for the tickets. And like all said and done, we finally get the tickets like as the race is like getting ready to start. I think we got in time for green, from what I remember. But like what was I don't know how this is the case that like it's a Friday afternoon truck race and like I think most people who bought tickets bought like weekend packages for like $70 and that included Xfinity and Cup. How is the cheapest ticket to a truck race $55?
Oh, Jesus
That was
Christ.
insane. Yeah, so I paid 50. I got free tickets to the Cup race. I think a lot of people bought the weekend package because it was the cheapest option and didn't even want to go to Xfinity, so we're getting rid of Xfinity tickets. So I paid $4 for an Xfinity ticket and then paid $55 for a truck ticket.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was insane, man. Like I was like, not only the shit didn't work, but then had to pay $55 for the ticket. It was like, it was fucking nuts, man. I was like, you gotta have somebody working in the box office because like, so many people go to like races and like walk up sales are like a big part of races. So like
Yeah.
you got to have the box office open and you can't put a QR code up and expect everybody to scan this QR code. Like naturally as you expect if everybody's in one place trying to do the same thing, like the site's going to go down.
And it did.
Yeah, and it wasn't it was I guess it wasn't dead. Like it wasn't like down, but it was like really, really slow. Like a lot of people were just like, "Fuck it, I'm going back to camp," and just ended up leaving. Like that were around
No,
us.
fuck, if your ticket's that much too, I mean, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and it's like at that point, if we were like Talladega, and like we're in North Park, like way over across the street, so like it was like it was a haul to get there anyway. So we're like, we already hauled our way fucking asses with our coolers all the way here. Like, fuck it, we're already here. We're buying tickets. We're going. Fuck it. Like,
No, yeah.
And but yeah, that was a frustration that I just needed to point out. Like, you gotta have somebody in the box office for walk up sales. Like, you gotta find a way.
Yeah.
So
and especially
yeah.
like Travis said, walking that far too, it's a hike to get over there, man, and it is not fun one bit. And I don't know how people do it. Honestly, I fucking hate it. That's the worst part about Dega to me, is the trek you have to go on. But like I was saying, whenever you left, there's a lot of nice people there, and they'll take you for a ride. There's a bunch of golf carts around.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're just going to be struggling to like walk around anywhere. There is people there, so it makes it a little bit easier on you.
Luckily, I'm young, so it's like, but like I did 60,000 steps in the 3 days I was there. It was a lot of walking.
God damn.
Yeah. Because Friday after the truck. I mean, anything else on the truck race or?
No, I mean, there's really I didn't watch much of it, but I don't have anything to like really point out and be like, oh, this is a truck. It was just another truck race to me. Frankly, I don't really care about him. It's just the Corey Haim show. It's just a matter of can he get it done in the championship.
Yeah.
That's all I see.
Martinsville will probably be pretty crazy for trucks. Probably for all three series, but definitely for trucks. Martinsville is going to be a fucking mayhem on tomorrow, I guess.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, me and Cooper were going to go, but we had a little bit of technical issues, so we're not going now. So I'm kind of sad, but oh well. So I was supposed to be there.
Are you going to the Wood Brothers thing with him?
No, God, no. No, I have work.
Shit.
I can't call out of work with a week in advance like he can.
We went. Friday night there. We went over to the dirt track, which is the first time in a couple years at Talladega I've gone over there. Which that's always a fun time over there. I recommend anybody if it's your first time going to Talladega, at least Friday night, Saturday night. There's gonna be the concert, which like you're not gonna want to miss that. But if you're there on Friday night, like make your way over to the Talladega short track across the street. It's a good time. Get in there, buy a ticket, pretty cheap. I think it was like $30. They got like 5-6 different classes racing. It's good stuff. Like a lot of people who are there for the weekend at the NASCAR race head over there. It's usually pretty packed out. Fun little racetrack. Like, yeah, I love that place. So got to get my my endorsement in for the Talladega short track. You're just gonna have dirt in your ears and boogers all weekend. From
smell like shit.
Yeah. If you can take a shower, that's definitely that's definitely the move when you get out of that place because you're gonna get dirty, but it's fun, it's worth it. You're gonna have that. Make sure you don't wear nice clothes there because you're gonna have that Georgia, Alabama like red dirt like all over your fucking
all over you.
I wore my Auburn shoes and they're like fucking caked in like orange dirt now.
Yeah, you fucked up wearing those.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't really have much better option because I had my Hey Dudes, which I didn't want to walk all that way, and my Hey Dudes, and my boots, which I guess in hindsight I probably should have wore those, but I just wanted to wear tennis shoes because my feet hurt. Because when we went to the truck race, I was wearing my Hey Dudes and did all the walking in those, and I was like, "Fuck this."
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, don't wear your nice clothes there. But yeah, it's a fun time. Talladega short track. Go
Oh,
check
good
it
old
out when
Travis.
you're yeah. Don't ruin your stuff. I've ruined quite a few hats going there over the years. I'm
Oh
trying
God, yeah.
to. I can't remember what hat I wore on Friday, but I was trying to see if I had it back here and I could show it. But I know whatever hat I wore probably has it on it too.
Mm-hmm.
But no, good times over there. Just wanted to give them the shout out real quick. And it was like we were staying over in North Park, so it was like pretty easy walk over there.
Yeah. No, yeah, and then we got into Saturday, which is all Xfinity. All fucking diabetes, you got it done. Whatever, it doesn't really matter for anything because you're out of the playoffs. I I don't know if you saw the clip of what he said whenever he won. Did you see it?
I saw him flipping off the fans. I didn't see what he said, but
Yeah. Well, whenever he won, he said, "Take that, haters."
dude, I
Now,
can't remember who tweeted it earlier this week, but it's like, you know, you can't play this like heel, like, oh yeah, like come on, haters, like no, like dude, you're not Kyle Busch. People
if
hated
people
Kyle
hate him for
Busch.
no reason, then that I would understand. But people hate you for a reason. It's because of the
Yeah,
way you race.
it's like if you're Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin or Joey Logano, it's like, yeah, you got the track record to back it up where like you can be like the heel. Like, yeah, take that. Like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
Kyle Busch. Like, no, you're fucking Austin Hill, and people don't hate you because you win a lot. People hate you because you're a fucking asshole and you've done stupid shit your whole career. Stupid shit that's probably going to keep you from ever being a Cup Series driver. Even though you have the talent to do it, you can't pull your head out of your ass long enough to, you know, keep your reputation clean. And like you're a terrible teammate. You fucking intentionally wreck people. Like you never have any accountability whenever you do anything wrong. So yeah, no, you don't get to do like the like, oh you hating on me. Yeah, no, we are hating on you because you're a
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit. Like
For a valid reason.
right.
That's the thing. I'm not a big fan of the whole take this haters. I mean, you brought all the hate upon yourself. It's not like it was, just randomly given. It's self-inflicted hate. Especially when you're only good at one style of racing. I mean, there's not really much to brag about. You're good at super speedway racing, and that's it. So
Yeah.
I think we all know that. I mean, Austin Hill has been decent on road courses throughout the years, but these past few years has just been a wreck fest for him. So
Yeah. Guess he won Martinsville, but took a bunch of mayhem for him to get through and win that one.
exactly. I mean, and that was what got Sheldon Creed out of his ride. But wait, no, he didn't win that race. The one that Sheldon Creed and him wrecked, did he? That was
No,
Allgaier.
I'd say Martinsville this year.
Oh, he did.
Spring
Yeah,
race.
that's right. That's the same one Hemrick won.
Yeah.
Hemrick won the truck race. But anyways, I mean, whatever. Austin Hill got it done. Had a big wreck in the beginning. Big wreck. I forgot what happened. Someone got loose a little bit. I think it was Jeb.
Yeah, it was Jeb and Harrison. They were, I think it was Jeb was pushing Harrison, and that's like what triggered the whole thing.
Yeah. Took out, 3 playoff drivers, if I'm not mistaken? Took out Sam, took out Sheldon, took out someone else. No, I think it was just 2. I think it was 2 it ruined. Brandon Jones.
Yeah.
All 3 cars, they went to the garage and they were done for the day. Like I said, real early in the race. I mean, it was stage 1. It was maybe within 15 laps. Wild fucking wreck, though. I mean, it was just they were battling each other, and someone got pushed up high, and then boom, utter chaos ensued. Absolutely fucked some cars up, though.
I'm pulling up right now to see all the guys who got knocked out in that. Jordan Anderson, Alfredo, Sheldon Creed, Ryan Sieg, Brendan Queen, Jeremy Clements, Sam Mayer.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Clements took the biggest lick. I remember that. He took the biggest lick, and he's fucked. God, his car was destroyed.
So Walich was a different wreck, right? Or was he in that one?
I don't know.
I think Sawalich was a separate incident, but yeah, Sawalich took a big lick too. He's actually out. He's out this weekend now. as a result of his wreck this past weekend. Yeah, there were some big licks in that. And it's like, dude, I hate when, I'm okay with like the big wrecks. Like, it's Talladega. It's going to happen. I hate when it's so early in the race that the big wrecks happen that it just kind of kills the rest of the race because you only have so many competitive cars left in the race that, the lanes can't really get going when there's only 15 competitive cars out there.
Yeah, and that was definitely what we saw. We saw, the field was so bunched up because you had the damaged cars in the back, and then you had the front runners in the front, and it was just. Oh, I think he's getting the call. Yep. And we saw that. I mean, it was a bunch of guys in the back and then a bunch of guys in the front. It was weird because I mean the restart sucked because you'd have such a compact field, of course, on the restart, and they would go green, and then you would just see the pack split in half. So you had the front runners running the front, and then no one could really get a run because there wasn't a lot of momentum built up.
It's rows 1 through 10 time. That means everybody wants to try to fucking call me now.
Like I was saying though, like the field was getting so like split up off restarts, it was hard to make a run, and we saw a lot of the guys have an issue with this. I mean, it was the RCR show. Straight up all it was. Eric was the highest running Toyota. There was no Toyotas in the top 15. I'm pretty sure he was the only one that was running up front. Because every JGR car,
Ford had one car running after Kyle Sieg was the only Ford left after that first wreck,
and Kyle Sieg's the worst one.
Yeah.
No, but I mean it was hard to get any motion going. It was the RCR show. I mean they both, Austin Hill and Jesse Love, done super well blocking the field and just keeping their runs going. Yeah. I had no complaints about that. I mean, that's just super speedway racing. We know what to expect in Xfinity Series. Yeah, that's pretty much it. After the wreck, it was just smooth sailing from there. I mean, we had a couple cautions, but nothing special. No one really big named out. Sammy Smith had the run he needed. I mean, that was self-inflicted wounds on him.
Yeah, but I mean, I was just mentioning he had a lot of issues on Saturday.
He had a lot of issues because he had a self-inflicted wound where he got a lot of damage, and it was just a matter of battling your own car down pit road, trying to fix everything that you fucked up. So I'm not saying
what did he do. I can't remember what he did.
Smacked the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he smacked the wall pretty hard, and it just fucked his shit up.
He just lost it? Or?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he just lost it and went into the wall. But yeah, I mean, it was like I said, it was hard to make any runs. And we saw Austin Hill come out on top. There was really no competition. Like I said, Sammy Smith had the run he needed, especially with the point situation right now and going into Martinsville. We know he's strong at Martinsville. But still, I mean, being that many points out and then having, the top three guy in points and also the guy in fifth in points, both wreck within stage one. I mean, that's a lot of stage points accumulated for you because, like I said, there's not many cars running after the restart up front. And you're one of those cars with no damage. So it really helped him out a lot to get those points that he needed to really bump himself up in the playoff picture. Not that I'm saying that he's going to win the championship, but still, it just gives you that little bit of buffer that if he has a super good run at Martinsville, he's set up, unlike if they didn't cause this wreck and all those guys didn't wreck at Dega, he would be fucked and have to be in he pretty much isn't a must win, but he has a little bit more of a cushion now.
Who?
Into it. Sammy Smith.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy Smith.
I heard Sam. I didn't know if you were talking about Sammy Smith or Sam Mayer.
It's Sam Mayer too. Sam and Sheldon. I mean, they both are in must-win situations now, if I'm not mistaken, with the point situation. I can check actually to see what the point standings are in Xfinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Sammy Smith minus 11, so he is right at the cutoff line. Quapple is plus 11. Quapple almost won the race. That's what it was. Quapple had a really good run at the end there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but Sam Mayer's minus 22 and Sheldon's minus 41 and Brandon Jones minus 20. I mean, that wreck fucked up a lot of stuff, man. It's got a lot of good cars and a lot of cars that, could have won. So now Carson's looking at plus 11 and then Jesse Love plus 40. Allgaier plus 76 and Zillich plus 83. I mean, Zillich and Allgaier are pretty much locks, but Jesse could get fucked here at Martinsville and then lose all the points he has. So dude, you never know.
The end of that race is so fucking frustrating, dude. It's people can say whatever they want, Cup race sucks, Xfinity so much better. Dude, that Xfinity race is fucking garbage. I mean, I know, like we said, a lot of it was because of the wreck, but holy fuck, like you said, it was the JGR show, and just a single file train pretty much for 15 laps. And it's like something in super speedway racing that I will never understand. I just, for the fucking life of me, is just like how many times, if you wait till the last lap to start making moves, it's not going to work.
And that's what happened in both races, in Xfinity and Cup. It was last lap. I mean, they were side by side in Cup until turn 3.
You had the overtime in Cup, so that is a little different. But like, I'll never understand when they just ride around and wait till the last lap to start making. If you wait till the last, because what happens a lot of times is you get a caution, so then like you don't even have enough time, and then like if you do make the move, nobody goes with you. Like, start making moves with 2 to 3D. Like, I'm not a fucking driver, but I'm just like I can say as somebody who's watched enough of these fucking races, like it's like you got to start at least planning your moves before the last lap. Like, if you just wait till the last 2.66 miles to start making moves, it's going to be too little, too late most of the time. Especially in a race like that Xfinity race was, where there just wasn't enough cars left in the field to get any momentum going. Like, you got to start making moves early. Like, so I don't know. I'm sure somebody will probably call me a dumbass and say I don't know what I'm talking about, but I've been watching this for a while, so I can pretty definitively say that.
Playoff picture wise, though, in the trucks we're looking at, Heim is locked in, of course. Raja plus 14, Ankrum plus 8, Honeycutt plus 5. Ty, Lane, Hemrick, and Grant are out of it as of right now. Grant and Hemrick are in must-win situations, but Lane and Ty still have a chance. They're only -5 and -6. Xfinity, like I said, Sheldon's 41, Sam's 22, Brandon Jones 20, and Sammy Smith is -11. Cup, of course, we all know the fucking standings in Cup, I think. Briscoe, Denny, Bell, and Larson.
Yeah, the points don't even matter. And like, the only way points matter is if just Byron, Elliott, Logano, and Blaney are all must win. And then if one of those 4 win, then it's Larson or Bell.
But technically, if Larson and Bell do wreck, I mean, you never know what could happen. Those are a lot of points. That's over 40 points up for the grabs. Right there, if they wreck out. So, theoretically, if one of those do wreck, they could be locked in. But like Travis said, all 4 of those guys are in must-win situations. Same thing going to Martinsville next week. Like I said, in Xfinity, I mean, Sheldon Creed's in a must-win situation, which, I mean, if it happens, then fuck me sideways. Wow. Sheldon Creed gets his first win in the biggest moment of his career, probably.
He almost did it a couple years ago if Austin Hill didn't fucking run him over.
That is true. But yeah, Austin Hill gets it done. I mean, whatever. I mean, I think we all saw it coming. We don't want it to happen, but it happened.
Congrats, you fucking big fat dumbass. You'd be locked into the championship 4 right now if you weren't a fucking idiot.
Yep.
So hope that was worth it, dude. Hope that was worth it. Like,
pretty much.
What a fucking idiot, dude. I hate him.
Couple news things. Before we get in the Cup, Colleague pretty much announced that they're done with their Xfinity program. No idea what they're doing with their drivers, but the whole theory is 2311 posted a little leak of saying like what's to come next after 5 years. So me and Cooper think that 2311 is going Xfinity racing. I mean, what else are they going to do with those Colleague cars? It's not like they're going to sit there. I mean, Heim needs a ride. You got to think about that. Every car is full. Every car is full now.
Yeah,
I mean, you have drivers that are out of rides. Heim needs a ride unless, they do a miraculous switch around where they put Rowley in Xfinity and you bring Heim to Cup. Or you put Heim in Xfinity and keep Rowley in Cup. I mean,
maybe RCR fields another Xfinity car.
I don't know why. Personally, I mean, you're going to spend all that money for an Xfinity car. I mean, that also could be Hendrick's route into going full-time as well. We all know Colleague has 2 cars, not 3. 3?
3, yeah.
Okay, they have 3.
The 11, 16, and 10.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. They have 3 cars. So that's Hendrick's way. I mean, it's been rumored for a while now that Corey Day is going full-time racing next year. So, I mean, that could be a way that they get their full-time ride. But, I mean, that still leaves 2 cars. And I don't see why 2311 wouldn't go Xfinity racing. Or, sorry, O'Reilly's racing, should I say. Raja, pretty much, he's out of Spire. He is going to run part-time for Jordan Anderson Racing and Junior Motorsports for the whole season. So pretty cool for him to go to Junior. I mean, I'm very happy with that. I'm a big Rajah guy, so it kind of sucks I don't really have my truck guy anymore. I don't really know who I'm going to like.
I know who I'm rooting for in trucks next year. Well, if Hemrick's, I don't know if Hemrick's
fucking Butterbean.
No, I like the kid, man. Like, I hope he does well, and he'll be in a Dodge. Like, Dodge's first go into it.
But we got that. Suarez was announced for the 7 finally. I mean, we all knew that was going to happen. Haley's still out of a ride, which, I mean,
he'll probably be in one of those college trucks, from what I hear.
It wouldn't surprise me. Whatever. It's Justin Haley. It's nothing special. If you're not in an Xfinity car, you're not really that good, honestly, to me, in my opinion.
I think he's a good lower series driver, but I just don't think he's a
That's what I'm saying. He's not cut material. Yeah. He's not cut material. Neither is Riley Herbst. Neither is Ty Gibbs. That's just my opinion, though. And what does that matter to anyone? Nothing.
Yeah.
What other news?
It matters to me.
We got Suarez to the 7. Had Rajah, Colin cutting out Xfinity. I feel like there's something I'm missing here. Front row announced their lineup for next year. It's pretty much the same drivers. They extended Zane, though. Zane is the only extension they have made. Multi-year deal.
Zane was going to be in demand if they didn't get him locked down.
Yeah, I mean, especially the way he's running that car. But I think Noah and Todd are still locked in for next year. But Zane was the only multi-year deal. So front row's pretty much locked in their cup team for next year.
Front row doesn't do multi-year deals a lot either. That's kind of never how they've run their business. So, like, McDowell was always like McDowell. Even when McDowell was there, it was always like year to year. Like it was always like 1 year deals. Like it was surprising to see like multi-year deal.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, good for Zane. Like I said, I've been a Zane truther since day one. I mean, even whenever he got his P2 finish in fucking Nashville and the 71, I was more than happy. Still think he deserved to win that race, but whatever. Happy for him though. I mean, I hope front row can find a way to turn around. They had a really good outing in Dega, or I don't really want to say they. I would like to say, actually, for once, I ate my word to Todd Gilliland. He had a very good run. I've said that he is the worst front row driver, and he finally, had a good run. So
I think he's better than Noah, but
I'll eat my words. Noah is just it's the hype around him. I think it's a big thing. You bring in a lot of money with sponsors, and you also bring a lot of fans. That helps out a lot. But I mean, at the same time, is it worth it? I know the Ford camp isn't the strongest right now, but you could always switch a driver. You can always get someone from Toyota, Chevy. My stomach hurts like a motherfucker. Being dead serious. Here, yap for a minute. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
All right. Yeah, while Bailey's gone, what should we talk about? Just me sitting here talking. Well, Saturday night Xfinity race ended. Obviously, fuck Austin Hill, as we both said. Went back to camp for a little bit, grilled some food, and then we went down to the infield to see Whiskey Myers play, which that was a great get for Talladega. Like, that's one thing about going to Talladega. They always kill it with those concerts. So you go for the weekend, like, you make a pretty good bet. They miss it sometimes, but for the most part, like, they're going to nail it, and you're going to have a pretty good concert to go see. And Whiskey Myers played on Saturday night. So I know Ryan Blaney was a big part in making that happen. He's a huge Whiskey Myers fan, and he introduced them right before they came out. But that was a fun time, and it was cool to see them. Like, they weren't just playing the show on Saturday night and leaving. They were out in the fan zone on Sunday. Wow, Chargers just missed. Oh, no, they made the extra point. But, yeah, they were out in the fan zone on Sunday playing some NASCAR 25, doing promotion for that. So that was pretty cool. So, yeah, that was definitely one of the highlights of the weekend, getting to go down and see Whiskey Myers. Yeah, that was a great time. Hung out for a little bit down there on Saturday night before we went back to camp on Sunday. But, yeah, if you haven't listened to Whiskey Myers, go check them out. Got some great songs. New album just came out, Womp Black Thunder. Yeah, they're bangers. Man, it's weird sitting here talking to myself. I hope Bailey gets back soon. But yeah, Good times down there. It'd be a good time to go retweet some tweets. Try to get some people tuned in here while we're doing this. But yeah, just it's always a great weekend down there in Talladega. So yeah, make it down there if you haven't. You get, we got 3 days of racing and concert. You go over to the dirt track. There's a lot to do. You're always gonna be having fun during that weekend, and obviously, camping's a fun time there and everything. So yeah, man, this is tough. I don't like sitting here talking to myself. Let me retweet this stuff again while we're doing this. Dead air. We're doing this is such a professional broadcast right now. Absolutely killing it. Hell yeah. Does everybody love Talladega? Because I do. Yeah, what else? I don't know. Brad Sweet announced his retirement from full-time racing. That was a big story this week. Obviously one of the greats in the sprint car world. 5 straight World of Outlaws championships and then a high limits championship. So definitely the greatest sprint car driver of our time and one of the all-time greats. And be cool to, he'll still be around with his partial ownership of the high limit series and be involved. I'm sure he'll still be involved with Casey Kane Racing. It'll be interesting to see who hops into that car. But yeah, shout out to the Big Cat on a great career. It was surprising to see that announcement. He first time in 7 years he got beat out for a championship in the high limits this year by Rico Abreu. Congratulations to Rico, by the way, on the high limits championship. That was awesome. But yeah, the Big Cat's calling it a career on a full-time basis, at least. I'm sure we'll still see him show up and run big events, Kings Royal, Knoxville Nationals, whatever tracks he likes to run. I'm sure he'll still be around. But yeah, no more. He's kind of had a chokehold on the championships wherever he's running for the better part of a decade. But that won't be the case anymore because he's not running full time anymore. But salute to the Big Cat, Brad Sweet, on a great career. Man, Bailey needs to show back up. I'm killing as much time as I can. Says we got 7 people tuning in. Somebody asked me a question. Somebody give me a topic to go off about. I'm doing my best to ramble on here. I don't know how Colin Cowherd does it every day. Sit there and talk to yourself. I can't do it. Yeah. What else? Left Behind thread was hilarious as always. Some good stuff on there. We had the titties with the cheese on it. That's probably the highlight of the Left Behind thread this year. We had the video of Talladega sent NASCAR Chasm a pair of shoes from the campground. That was fucking disgusting. I'm sure those smelled glorious, but yeah, that's always one of the highlights of Talladega weekend, when the Monday after the weekend is sitting there waiting to see what might show up on there. Always throw a couple things behind from wherever I'm camping. See, maybe I get lucky and end up on there. Haven't made it yet, but it's like I need to do something crazy next year. See if we can get on Left Behind. Yeah, that's like a bucket list thing for me. Get on the Left Behind thread. Okay, I hear Bailey coming back. This is good. Hell yeah.
Nature
Are you
calls,
good,
buddy? Nature calls.
Dude, I'm sitting here rambling by myself. That was
sorry.
tough. But no, you're good. I covered. We went and saw Whiskey Myers on Saturday night.
Yeah, you covered the Infinite experience.
Yeah, that was good. Went to Whiskey Myers. I covered Brad Sweet announced his retirement from full-time racing. Big story in the dirt world. And I covered the Left Behind thread from Talladega. And I don't know if you saw the video of NASCAR Chasm. They sent him a fucking pair of shoes. That's fucking gross, but also hilarious. Yeah, that was funny. He was like, I got a gift from Talladega to open the box, and it was like a pair of shoes inside. He put like fucking gloves and like a mask on to open it. It was like, I have no idea what this could be. It was fucking hilarious. If you haven't seen that, go see it. But yeah, 3 topics covered: Whiskey Myers, Brad Sweet, and Left Behind. If you got anything you want to add on any of those.
Frankly, I don't think there's any more news that really came out that I can think of from the top of my head. Yeah, I mean, we just get into Sunday, pretty much what that was, and going into it. I mean,
I gotta before the race, I just gotta tell the story real quick. So like Saturday, probably around 5 a.m., like big ass storm rolls through, like phones going off, like severe thunderstorm warning. Like we knew all weekend that there was rain in the forecast for like Saturday morning, and it ended up kind of being like 5 a.m. to like 8 a.m. and then like some lingered until like 10. It was pretty much out of there. But I'm talking like 5 a.m. It's raining so hard, like winds blowing, like tent shaking around. I'm like, shit. So like my tent has like poles like built into it, and you just like slide them up, and like the wind like blew the fucking poles in. So like the thing like collapses in on me. And I'm laying there and I'm like just like watching it rain and blow around. And I'm like, oh fuck, and it like blows in on me. So I grab like both poles and like just throw it back out and got it to like set itself back up. Basically, it was like just kind of threw them out and they popped like right into place. Like it went perfect. And luckily my tent held up pretty well. Like I did not get very wet. Other guys I was with got soaked. And I mean, when woke up on Sunday, and it was like looking at like there's like tents and canopies like blown fucking like everywhere, like all around the campground. Like it was like a pretty big ass storm. Like
I couldn't imagine how fucking muddy it was.
Oh yeah, dude, it was a mud bog. I was wearing my boots all day on Sunday. But yeah, that was crazy, man. Like, I'm sure it's happened to you before. Like but when you're camping in the tents and the storms come through, it can get gnarly. You're like, all right, I hope this thing holds up. Like,
yeah, for sure.
My old tent. So Mark was with me, and I gave him my like the little blue tent, like my OG tent that I've had for like 5 years to use, and that thing had about a foot of standing water in it. Finally decided after the race Sunday, because like I just left all the camping stuff up when I went to the track, because I was like, fuck it, I don't want to put all this stuff away like soaking wet. So I just waited till after the race to put it all away, like my tarp and stuff. And I just left like my old tent there. I was like, you know what? It's the end of an era. I don't feel like dumping a foot of. Yeah, I was like, I don't even need this thing anymore anyway. So the old tent was left behind in Talladega. So, but yeah, dude, that storm was crazy. I got up probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Ate a little bit of breakfast. And then I walked over to the fan zone a little before everybody else because I had the SVG wristband on Sunday morning. So I went and did that. So yeah, it was just funny, like walking through the campground on Sunday morning, just seeing everything blown around, a fucking mess all over the place. My buddy Matt and his friends ended up just like leaving before the race because they got wet, and they were like, I guess they didn't like getting wet. They didn't sleep good because of storms and got wet, so they just left. And so yeah, I ended up. I walked over, met SVG. Luckily, I would have another diecast for you to pick from if he made the championship, but luckily we're safe from that.
I wish.
Yeah, and then I ended up meeting up with Mark and Jacob. I gotta show you this one. This one's pretty cool. I got the Bowman Gray paint scheme. One of my favorite schemes he's running this year with the Red Bull stuff on there.
Yeah,
it's got the Red Bull thing on the spoiler too. Yeah, that's a sweet one. That's one of my favorite ones
That's
I've
pretty
gotten
sick.
so far. I
That's
bought
pretty
it
sick.
because I got NASCAR stuff on Amazon now because of like the Prime deal and stuff. So what I ended up doing is I got an Amazon gift card with my Zen rewards and ended up using that gift card to pay for that diecast. So that worked out pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool. Show and tell from the weekend, I guess, and then a little later, met up with Mark and Jacob in the fan zone when they got over there, and we went and saw ourselves a race. I
Yeah.
guess that's where we get into the race.
And the race, I mean, fuck, we look good, buddy. We look good. I'll tell you that. Jesus, it was the
Yeah,
Penske show up front.
it was the Kyle Busch and Josh a
Yeah, it
lot.
was straight up. And I texted Dalton around. I think it was the end of stage 1. I was like, who would have ever thought, Dalton? I was like, who would have ever thought that Kyle Busch and Josh Berry are leading in Talladega? Like most of the race, and we were doing super well. Like even when Kyle would get out front, I mean, it was a battle of who would keep it, and it was us, of course, that kept it. But damn, man, I was happy. I was like, you know what? Even if we don't like win or anything, I'm still happy because like we've done this at every super speedway we've been to. We do it every year at Daytona. We do it every year at Talladega. We're always up front. It's just a matter of some fuck shit happens, and then we get fucked. Like Daytona last year, whenever we were leading that race before the playoffs started. Right there, guess what happened? We got fucking bent and ate the goddamn wall leading the race because Cindric got loose. This year, it was just a matter of, dude, it was so. I'm gonna go on about a little spiel here, and then we can get in the actual race. Josh had no issues. Obviously, we led the race. We were doing super well. Pit team doing great. Your pit crew was doing great. We come out of pit lane, and dude, I mean, it's me and Cooper always listen to the onboard whenever we're watching a race. And for some reason, there's this high pitched whistle, and we were like, "What the fuck is that sound?" So I text him. I was like, "Do you hear this shit?" He's like, "Yeah, I hear it." And then over the radio, boom, you hear Josh. He's like, "There's some whistle coming from my car," and it was only under acceleration. And dude, it sounded like a fucking train. Like, you know, like a train horn, you know how it's loud as shit whenever it passes by you?
Yeah,
It was so loud that, like, whenever he pulled up at the restart, I couldn't even hear the car beside him. I just heard the fucking whistle from this car. And apparently it was the issue that all the Penske cars were having because as soon as Josh went to go get it checked out, because he pulled it into the garage real quick because they were going to go into the, like, DVP area. They were going to put some more transmission fluid in it or something. They did it. He came back out and track. They're like, fuck no, just bring it in. So the transmission just randomly just gave up. And then we, of course, throughout the race, we heard Joey having that problem as well with his transmission where he's hearing weird noise. It was acting weird. So that was a big worry throughout the race was like, are the Penske cars just going to fucking blow up? We know Cindric got fucked a little bit in that whole ordeal that happened. And it was just Blaney, Josh, and Joey. But after that, I mean, pretty much Joey and Blaney, they lost everything. I mean, because like Penske had a really good strategy, which of course worked, and we saw that throughout the first stage. I mean, it was a matter of following each other. And no team could get up there with us. Like no team was working together like Penske was. And I'm not just saying that as like a fan. I'm saying that like as you saw it. Like you saw Blaney behind Joey, you saw Joey behind Josh, and maybe a car would get in the middle, but they found their way to get back up front. And then as soon as Josh pretty much blew up, their whole strategy went downhill because you just saw Joey just lagging back. I mean, he was bottom row, far back in the pack, and we saw Blaney, same thing. So that kind of mixed up the field. Then of course Kyle lost a little bit of his mojo too. I don't know how, but Kyle.
So what happened with Kyle is he pitted and like on the green flag pit stop, and then when the caution came out, when SVG hit the puddle and spun out and got stuck in the grass, it was like right after Kyle pitted, so it was just like when he was never able to get back. Like the caution just came out at the worst possible time for him, which by the way, like the SVG haters are like, oh, see, like that putt, like multiple drivers like Kyle or not Kyle, Denny, Chase Elliott, Blaney, I think, and a couple other drivers all said like there was a puddle at the entrance of pit road that they never addressed. Like there was like a puddle there, and like Denny said, like during like when they were like doing the during the pace laps when they go down pit road, Denny's like, there's a fucking puddle here. Like somebody's gonna spin in it. And sure enough, it happened. So but yeah, them damn puddles, man. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta vouch for SVG on that. because even though Kyle got fucked by the caution, it wasn't really his fault. They probably should have dried that puddle properly before the race started, but it is what it is.
Sorry, my cats were meowing up a fucking storm, and I was like, "What is going on? Is one dying?" But she's feeding him dinner, so that's all it was.
That'll do it. But yeah, I was saying about the puddle at pit entry. Thank God no playoff drivers like ended up falling victim to that, because that was kind of crazy when there's like literally a puddle that drivers are telling you that somebody's going to slip in and they don't do anything about it, and then sure enough it happens. Like, thank God that didn't end up being something that affected the playoff picture.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely shout out to SVG though. I mean, what a fucking run! I mean, it looks super good, and I like what they said beforehand. Like, there's only one way to learn. It's not to sit around the back. It's to make your way up front, and he did that obviously, even in situations where he didn't have the runs he should have had. I mean, he was making a 3 wide and pretty much riding side by side with everyone.
Dude, he took it 4 wide with like before the overtime caution came out. He tried to start a 4th lane and took it 4 wide. I was like, holy shit!
I mean, shout out to him though, because I mean that was a damn good run, and especially at these super speedways, we know the Trackhouse cars aren't the strongest, so especially for that car to have that run, it was cool. I mean, I didn't mind it until that spin happened. It kind of fucked up everything, but he still finished P11. I forgot what the wreck was that happened. I forgot what happened, who caused it.
Are you saying the first big one? Or?
Yeah, like the big wreck that took out a bunch of people, like Allmendinger.
Yeah, that was it was Eric Jones pushing Noah, and Eric Jones tried to push him into turn 3 and caused him to spin.
Sure.
And yeah, of course, fucking 50 laps. Man, I did not have a good weekend for whoever. Like, Chase got wrecked on lap 50. I wore a Butterbean shirt on Saturday. He got wrecked early. Hemrick got wrecked early. Obviously, I was repping Hemrick.
Yeah.
Like, everybody I was repping and rooting for got fucking taken out early all weekend. That was a big thing
too. I mean, and that wreck too, it fucked up a bunch of the people in the back. And like I said, it took out AJ. It took out John Hunter. Took out Cindric. It took out a bunch of people. I mean, we know Cindric's strong at these super speedways too. He couldn't make his way up front to work with Penske. I mean, that was a big issue with his car. But still, I mean, that's still a threat on any super speedway. It took out Ricky Stenhouse as well. Also a threat at Talladega when we know it's playoff time. We know that, he's definitely dangerous coming to this track during the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, that just kind of fucked up the field a little bit. But, I mean, we can just sim to the end if you want to, because, I mean, that's the biggest highlight. I mean, shout out to Chase Briscoe. I think that's a happy win for everyone. You can't hate it, honestly. We've seen him get these playoff runs in a Stewart-Haas car, but they never go anywhere because he's in a Stewart-Haas car for one. But to make it to the championship 4 and lock yourself in with a race to go, your first year, a car that Truex had a lot of trouble winning in for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wild. It's wild. I'm happy for the guy. Like, I mean, that's really awesome, and he's such a humble, deserving guy. He runs the shit out of his car and he races well.
He's really easy to root for. Like,
yeah, I'm not a fan. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'll rep Briscoe. Like, yeah, I got a 19 hat because I had a Truex one, but I still have it. You know what I'm saying? But still, I mean, if there's anyone that I hope going to the championship can win it, I hope it's Briscoe. I mean, he brought a lot to Stewart-Haas, and he brought us some wins in situations where we thought we wouldn't win again.
And for him to step up and get the clutchest win of his career, or one of, I guess the Darlington one was pretty clutch too last year. But
that was more one of the biggest. Win. That was more of a happy win.
Yeah, but one of the biggest wins of his career for him to step up and get that at Talladega, round of 8, like everything on the line, and to make the moves he needed, and like wasn't a factor all day. It's not like he had a dominant car or anything, but he was able to make the right moves at the right time that he needed to make to get himself locked in. So like, yeah, shout out to him. And for all the bitching people did, like when they first announced last year that Talladega was going to be in the round of 8, like really other than Elliott and then obviously like the Hendrick cars at the end, like it wasn't like luckily we didn't see any playoff guys like just get like taken out by bullshit at Talladega or anything. Like a lot of those guys were in contention, and it was like really back and forth, like whether a playoff driver was going to be able to win this thing. But I mean, Briscoe too, like he said himself, he was just going to push Bubba, and then just the opportunity presented itself and he jumped out and Gibbs went with him and gave him the shove. And Yeah, who would have thought we'd be sitting here talking about Ty Gibbs being the teammate of the year?
Yeah, I mean,
But
especially with what happened at Darlington, or not Darlington. It was
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, yeah, New Hampshire. Especially what happened with Denny. I mean, it's just wild to see the change. Which I mean, we all know Ty can be a good teammate. I mean, he is a good teammate at Joe Gibbs Racing. It's not like he's a bad teammate. He can't win.
When push come to shove, he did what was right for the company, for sure.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what he does. But like at the same time, I just think it's a super bad look to have all three cars battling for championship 4 appearance, and you couldn't even make the playoffs. That's just my thing. In your third
year, right
year,
about that.
In your third year, I mean, definitely there is some issue there. Corey Haim be a perfect candidate for that car, but that'll never happen. Anyways, Briscoe locked himself in the round of 4. Him and Denny are locked in with Seabell looking pretty comfortable, unless some fuck shit happens here at Martinsville. But
yeah, Seabell and Larson are both good if one of those. Yeah, if one of those bottom 4 doesn't win, but if one of those bottom 4 wins, then Larson and Bell are only separated by a point right now.
And we know when it comes to Ryan Blaney not being locked into the playoffs, coming to Talladega or Martinsville, we know he will win one of the 2.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He either will win Talladega or he will win Martinsville. And he's probably going to win Martinsville. But we'll see. You never know what could happen, like I said.
All 4 of the guys below the cut line have won at Martinsville before.
Yeah, I think Joey's a little fucked, honestly. I think that's my thing. I don't think Joey's going to have that good run like he usually does. I know it could happen, but at the same time, I don't see it happening for him. I don't see him getting into the next round.
If one of those 4 wins, like, I agree with you on Joey. The 24 team just seems off. Like, granted, they could have won on Sunday, but just in general, they just seem off.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think if we see a winner from below, I think it would be Elliott or Blaney, because Chase is. I mean, remember Blaney passed Chase to win this race last year with 20 to go or whatever it was. Like, that was the battle for the win, and Chase is really good here, and obviously Blaney's won here the last 2 fall races. So, like, I think if we're going to see a new winner, it'd be one of those 2. I agree with you about Joey, and from what we see in the 24 team lately, I don't know how you can believe in them. It's just been it's been a rough go of it the last couple months for them. They have not had a good playoff at all. But man, it was crazy. Like, 2 things about Dega in the overtime that were wild. So, like, we saw like how everything was setting up, and then obviously the caution throws a monkey wrench into it, and like the Hendrick cars were looking like they were going to get the run to, like, I think it was Byron pushing Larson, and then Larson's leading the line, getting the run for the lead on the backstretch, and runs out of fuel. And then so when Larson ran out of fuel, it kind of just killed like that whole line. And you saw that whole line back up with like Byron pushing him. It like killed their steam, and that's what opened it up for Briscoe to be able to jump down there with Gibbs. And but yeah, it was crazy. And I mean, Larson was the only guy that ran out of fuel, and obviously they weren't able to save enough. But Hendrick was looking like they were going to have a pretty good chance for one of their cars. And then obviously we see Byron, like, he lost his momentum when Larson ran out of fuel, and then he ends up getting spun coming to the finish line. So that was a gut punch for Hendrick, for those 2 guys. And then for Penske as well, I mean, they were lined up, Logano, Blaney, Brad behind them. And like they were set up really good on that restart. And it was surprising that Brad was just never got going and wasn't able to.
That was more surprising when we all know he's a 6-time winner at Talladega and just didn't do anything.
Yeah, and like they never got going. And I guess like his crew chief said that like a big factor was like, and in the past, like Brad's been criticized for like being like one of the hardest pushers and causing these wrecks and stuff. And like they didn't want to give one of those Penske guys a bad push and wreck one of them and put them in a bad spot. So like that was a big factor for them, where it just never got going for them. And then they didn't want to push it too hard and give a bad push to one of those guys and fuck another Ford out of it. But when you saw those 3 Fords lined up, like it's insane, because it was 3 Fords and 2 Hendrick cars like lined up, and then a Gibbs car ends up winning. It's like Penske or Hendrick both had opportunities on that overtime restart set up pretty good for him to to make sure they took a spot from a Gibbs guy, and they ended up both just didn't make it work and ends up going to a Gibbs guy.
Yep.
To lock themselves in. Just crazy how that worked out. But man, I was hoping it stayed green there though, and we didn't get the overtime because just like the 3x3 and like all three lanes had steam and guys were making moves. Like it was fun there. I would have just liked seen it played out and see what would have ended up happening if it never went to overtime.
Yeah, I agree. But Briscoe, damn, good shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into Martinsville with a little bit of a bloodbath, I think. This race is always causing some shit, so.
Oh, it's especially if we get a new winner, Hendrick and Gibbs. Like, Hendrick and Gibbs are both going to be playing whatever fucking
I wonder if
manufacturer.
last year. The whole thing with the Chevys blocking and then Bubba or Bell riding the wall.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, if it comes down to like if Blaney or Elliott or Byron wins and takes one of those spots, and it comes down to that points battle between Bell and Larson that's setting up possibly if we get a new winner, both manufacturers are going to pull all kinds of bullshit to try to win it. So like there's a good chance, especially if we get a new winner, we end up with a replay of what we saw last year almost.
Yep.
But we'll just have to see. I guess the way to avoid all that is if we just don't get one of those four drivers at the bottom winning, then that's a moot point because there's not really going to be a points battle if somebody else wins. So
I feel like it's a little inevitable.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree
think Denny's the biggest threat to be locked in to win this race.
Yeah, I mean,
frankly, I don't think he gives any fucks because he's either locked into the next round. So it's a matter of
yeah, they're already focusing on Phoenix, like.
Yeah.
So I don't see him being a factor for the win this weekend. I think they're already all their attention's on Phoenix.
I'm getting some damn picks though.
Yeah, let's do it.
Martinsville. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Let me get it pulled up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Come on, piece of shit. All right, you go first. My shit's not pulling up.
He needs it. He's a champion. Tom Majeski, plus 500.
I got to do it. I'll go with the sweep. Daniel Hemrick, plus 1,300.
It's fair. I wanted to save it for you. I wanted to take it low key, but I figured you were going to pick him, so I wanted to save it. And plus, I picked him last week, and then obviously didn't.
I appreciate that.
We got Xfinity.
I'm going to say we get redemption from 3 years ago. Brandon Jones gets the win to lock himself into the championship 4. It's crazy how this stuff works out. We know what happened a couple years ago. He's on the verge of getting a win to lock himself in, and Ty Gibbs dumps him. He's going to get redemption this year. Brandon Jones, plus 900, gets the win.
I'm going to take, we should have won Bristol, but, it didn't happen. So I locked in to the next round, though. But Sam Mayer, plus 1,000. You're good at short tracks, man. We're good at short tracks. I trust my boy. I trust we're going to get it done.
Who else is good at short tracks? Eric.
I mean, this is his track, but I'm more worried about playoff win.
Yeah.
I feel like someone is definitely going to dump Eric for this win.
Yeah, especially with him being a non-playoff guy up there. Like, they'll use him up real quick if they have to.
Exactly. That's why I'm not going to pick Eric, because he is not in the playoffs. So it's a matter of, I want to, but it's not a smart choice.
I think of all 3 races, this Xfinity race is going to be chaos. Like, we know how Xfinity and Mark.
I think Xfinity is going to be the best of the weekend, without a doubt.
I don't know if it'll be the best racing, but it'll be a lot of wrecking and chaos.
It'll be the craziest one, which will translate into being the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we know how Xfinity at Martinsville always goes anyway, without even without playoff implications. So.
I'm going to go out on a limb here for my cup pick. I'm going to pick, as much as I don't want it to happen, I got a feeling it's going to happen. Byron, plus 850.
Oh, wow. Okay.
was going to take Chase, honestly, but I figured you were going to, so I wanted to save it.
Yeah, no, I got whether like I think Blaney's the easy pick here, but
Yeah.
I mean I'm gonna go with my heart and go with Chase plus 650. Like he's got to have it. He did it in 2020. He almost did it last year. Yeah, I'll say fuck it. They pull it off. 19 pulls one out of their ass. Praying for it, so I'll go with it. Try to good vibe it into happening plus 650. But yeah, I think Blaney's. I think we're both in agreement. Blaney's the easy pick, the guy to be here.
Yeah. Top 10. Cut it off after, I'd say Priest down.
All right. Give me. He's always run really good here. Give me AJ Allmendinger plus 1800. Martinsville's been a really good track for him throughout his career.
Run that shit because the top 10 on here for me is plus 500.
For AJ?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, mine's all FanDuel. But...
Yeah, run that shit on FanDuel if you're going to bet on that. Just signed his new extension. Give me Zane Smith plus 700. Fresh. I was thinking about that or SVG plus 500. SVG does like Martinsville.
Yeah, he loves. I think he finished 13th here last fall. Like
he loves Martinsville and he loves Darlington. So that was 2 tracks. I was like, maybe, but I don't want to. I'm not going to ride the train.
And we've always seen road course guys run good at Martinsville. Like something about it like translates for him. Like, you know, AJ's always run good at Martinsville. Like Ambrose was good at Martinsville back in the day. Like something about Martinsville and the road course guys translates. Like,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Anything
else?
We'll
get into it next week. I mean, pretty much we're going to talk about the championship because we're getting into it. We got about total 2 shows left after this. Got next week, and then we got the championship, and then we can kind of talk about next season, what we can expect, get into.
I'm sure we're gonna have to do a show in December too, because it sounds like this lawsuit's going to trial.
Yep.
So
without a doubt, I mean, pretty much that too. But I mean, we ain't got much left, so enjoy the racing while we can before we go on break. I'm not ready for it. It's gonna suck, but oh well. Enjoy the next 2 weeks while you can.
Yeah, for sure. This weekend will be our last good racing of the year, and then we have Phoenix. So
I like Phoenix. That's just me though. But we'll get into next week, next Thursday, Wednesday, whenever Travis decides to get off work, actually. Talk about what happened in Martinsville.
Yep. Until then, we'll be back at it.
Deuce, y'all.